Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 11:04. It says 11:04. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll take a roll call.
Davison,
You here?
Class,
Here.
Cruz,
Here.
Campbell,
Here.
and DeShano. Not here. All right.
All right, public input. I did not turn that on, now that I think about it. Yeah, you know, that'll work.
So, being there's a public input at this special meeting, I just want to make sure that to next week's original meeting, that before the Planning Commission in this next calendar year, that we are looking at the past definitions, as I even seen in this May 11th, 23 minutes of the Township Planning Commission on the desk currently. There is definitions for my family's and my in-laws' uses, for junkyard, for salvage yard, for mobile homes, and Mr. Fletcher, along with Campbell, Roof, and Cynic, know that, and along with the Spicer representative, we're at the last Planning Commission meeting, and we're going to put these on the agenda for this year. In the master plan, also, I know that's going to be part of the agenda, and it concerns me that some things have not been straightened out, as I've even mentioned to the board, and the planning board and the trustee board, that the property lines are not correct. So, and then I was curious about the citations for certain complaints. I made a complaint for me and my wife about the Elite sign across from the Eddie Brothers junkyard, and it seems to have gotten nowhere, and this is going on many, many, many months. And Mr. Davison has talked about the courts and the documents being all messed up. I'm curious about how those are being administered right now, and I know there's many other complaints that are not being addressed. So I know it's not question and answer, but I know you do that for some people. And the zoning administrator being absent, I didn't know if we can get into the agenda either removing him and hiring somebody else, like some members of this board, or one member of this board had done in the past to mention Mr. Sabias. I think it needs to be discussed because we seem to be sitting idle on citations. So I don't think that's fair, and I think that we have ordinances to enforce, and it's not being administered correctly. So that's where I speak my piece for the day, and would like to make sure that the township board references these minutes that are on this table when I walked in this morning. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, we'll go on to new business. Obviously, the only thing here at this special meeting is yesterday the furnace here on the south end of the building took a dump, for lack of a better way of putting it. And the repairs got to be a bit much, so I had Custom Engineering give us a quote, and with the money from the train,
Sorry about that.
with the money from the train supplier and the consumer's energy rebate for putting in a higher efficiency furnace, the cost to replace that furnace, which will not be the air conditioner, because we're going to use the old air conditioner and the old parts for the air conditioner, just to replace the furnace will be about $4,995. And the repair quote to put a Band-Aid on it was $1,300 yesterday. And then because the furnace is 22 years old, the heat exchanger was starting to rust. And they were talking about probably the next thing that would be needed would be a heat exchanger. And he thought the price of that was going to be around $3,000. So for an extra $900, we got a brand new furnace and warranty. So I would recommend that we not do the Band-Aid and hope for the best on the heat exchanger, or the heat exchanger, and we just, for $4,995, the rebate for consumers, custom engineering will, the minute it's put in, will do the paperwork and send it into consumers and to get the rebate to us. So we'll probably have to pay for that part of it.
I think that rebate is through Train.
No, this rebate here is for consumers. Train's rebate, they'll automatically get from Train to put on the bill. But the consumer's rebate, they'll do the paperwork on it and send it, but the check will come to us. So we'll probably have to pay for that part of it, and then the check will come to us from consumers.
I would recommend the full payment for the unit, and then when the rebates come back, we can adjust the appropriate account balances.
Well, they said at Custom Engineering that the minute the bill of sale comes through for the furnace itself, the $1,000 coming back from Train, they usually get it back. So it's a rebate that they get for selling the furnace.
So we just have to, the consumer's piece that.
The consumers, right. And he said he would do the paperwork as soon as the furnace was installed.
I know I can't vote, but I would make the recommendation.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Well, I'll make the motion that we proceed forward with the custom engineering to replace the furnace for the $4,995.
I'll second.
And that'll be a roll call vote, Shirley.
Davison,
Yes.
Class,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
and unofficially Campbell.
Yes.
All right, that's all I have on the minutes. I'll make a motion to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. At 11:12.
Okay. Everybody have a great day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'll just sign this one I got here.
So there were service fees, but they're waiving,
They're waiving the service fees.
okay. Well, that's good.
So this is for your records. I got an extra one here, so I'll just sign the second one and give them to,